about you, but it's now time to talk a little bit about the third film in the Rush Hour trilogy, Rush Hour 3. And let me just tell you, of all the big examples that could have ever been put out there for the world to see, why does this one happen to not even be as close to being as good as the others? Man. And considering the fact that many of us have had to wait so much longer compared to how long the second film came out, I mean, it only took 3 years for Rush Hour 2 to premiere, and then another 6 years would have to pass until 2007, where Rush Hour 3 came around. I mean, like, I don't even know what else I could possibly comment on other than the fact that, well, it's the third film in the series. It performed way less than the others, and even though it did get a decent box office scoring of over $250 million, which is much higher than its budget, then, well, I don't really see a whole lot else that I could possibly talk about here. So, at this point, let's just say I'm calling off on the review for this whole entire thing right here, because it's probably not worth talking about. Well, you know what? I might as well briefly explain the plotline a bit. An assassination takes place. Inspector Lee, Detective Carter are joined once again to solve the case on who caused this assassination. It's pretty lengthy, quite lazy, a bit dreary in a way, and it can get a little dark and a bit suggestive at times. So, I don't know where else I could potentially go with this. A film from 2007, the same year as a boatload of other big-time, well-known things out there, including the adaptation of John Krakauer's Into the Wild, and then, of course, Michael Bay's Transformers, and many other films out there. Tons of 2007 releases, but of all of those, I can't really point out if Rush Hour 3 is supposed to be the worst released in the entire year span that happened between January 1st and December 31st. But then again, I've gotten to talk about quite a lot of bad films out there, especially ones that I could have talked about a long time ago and would have been over and done with. Catwoman 2004, Ghostbusters Answer the Call, and then we also can't forget, well, I don't even feel like saying its name. So, well, like I said, I might have to call it off here. If I want to give this thing a score, well, Rush Hour 1 got itself a 7.1. Rush Hour 2, I can't really say if I gave it a score already, but I'll just say Rush Hour 1 got a 7.1. Rush Hour 2 is going to get itself a 6.9. And Rush Hour 3, well, 4.8 out of 10. Yeah, significantly less than the other two. I don't know about you, but what else can I possibly say about this? Other than the fact that, well, it's at least not at all on par with many other horrible movies out there that currently exist. At least it doesn't go that low. There have been tons of examples out there I've had the chance to talk about over the years, and then of course there were ones I've talked about during this series. But again, I don't necessarily see a whole lot coming out of something that's this, well, unsightly. Rush Hour 3, fortunately, is not the worst, but it's also not really decent. It's really not. Even just for one viewing, just so I can make a video out of the whole thing, what purpose would this have served? What would it have been to talk about the third Rush Hour film when I've had a much better time and a much easier time explaining the other two in greater detail? So, I'm just gonna have to end this right now, so bye then. But you know what? Hopefully, starting from this one onwards, we can at least talk about some better things out there. If you want to see more, go down to my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.